It's a brave manager who drops the chief executive, but that's what Motherwell's Harry Campman has done to Pat Nevin. He's on the bench. Also out, guilty of some dodgy goalkeeping recently, is Miko Cavan. Stevie Woods is back in. Newest signing Derek Adams joins Nevin on the bench. Here's how they'll line up, with Jared Stirling and Ian Ross brought back along with keeper Woods. Former Aston Villa defender Sean Teale is a big influence at the back, and Owen Coyle, set to sign a new contract here, is equally important in attack. It's a big day for Brian McClair, who will captain Motherwell against Celtic in his first competitive match against his old team since ending his first spell here. A former Motherwell player in the Celtic side is Paul Lambert. He was allowed to leave Fir Park and went on to pick up a European Cup winners' medal with Borussia Dortmund. He added to that 2 more medals with Celtic last season. There's one change in the midfield alongside Lambert. Norwegian Vidar Riseth, who was ineligible for the UEFA Cup in midweek, is recalled. So too is skipper Tom Boyd, another ex-Motherwell man who's recovered from a hamstring problem. So he returns to a back 4 with Rieper, Stubbs and Mahe. The other 3, Tosh McKinlay and David Hanna, are the 2 players omitted. And up front, in a team that's struggled sometimes this season, Henrik Larsson has been outstanding. The referee at Fir Park is Jim McCluskey. Motherwell start the match with just 1 Premier point between these 2. Celtic on 10, Motherwell on 9. But the Fir Park side, after a solid start to the season, not too impressed with their recent form, which has brought them just 1 point from their last 3 games. Chase here for Mark Rieper. Got himself across quickly to cut out the threat, and down the left-hand side. In goes McMillan. Tom Boyd got a touch to it. And that's a waste. Chased all the way by Jamie McGowan, but he couldn't keep it in. The former Dundee and Falkirk player, a Tennant Scottish Cup runner-up 2 seasons ago. Burley finding Brattbakk. What a good challenge that was from McGowan, well timed. And now the Motherwell counter-attack. Brian McClair leading the charge. Ross and Coyle in the middle. Doesburg coming up in support. Early ball in. There's Coyle. And it's a corner kick. A good attack that from Motherwell. Jared Stirling getting himself into the area. McClair very much involved. And the Doesburg cross knocked behind by Rieper. Stirling finding McMillan. Steve McMillan goes again. Good save, Jonathan Gould. And knocked away by Henrik Larsson. But here was a good bit of goalkeeping as McMillan came in from Jonathan Gould. Good burst of pace this by McMillan. He got beyond Craig Burley and he got the shot in on goal. Jonathan Gould would love to be Scotland #1, but Jim Leighton might have something to say about that at the moment. And in a true sporting manner, back from Coyle into Celtic possession. Won by Riseth. It drops for Henrik Larsson. Doing well to keep possession under pressure from Doesburg. Here's Riseth. So close to his first goal for Celtic. That was clever play. Motherwell were staring agonisingly here at the dropping ball. It was flicked by Riseth over Woods. And Simon Donnelly couldn't get the touch. Because if he had done, this might well have been goal #1. It's Rieper, collected by Burley. McMillan to Stirling. That's from Matthaei, well won. And in turn, good challenge from Simon Donnelly, very determined. Motherwell fans reckon that was a free kick, but Donnelly got the ball. Here he is again. Brattbakk and Riseth. Here's Larsson. Headed away by Jared Stirling. And the offside flag was up anyway. Here's the challenge from Simon Donnelly, and there was the connection with the ball. He's two jobs to do for Motherwell. One is to play, he's on the bench at the moment, and the other is to run the club as chief executive, Pat Nevin. Matthaei for Motherwell. Valakari. Good touch from McClair. Good ball in from Matthaei, headed away by Rieper. Well up was Teale. The Brattbakk flick. Almost dropping for Larsson. Rieper using the long ball, and effectively too, controlled by Larsson. Simon Donnelly's made a run, and here comes Craig Burley. Brattbakk, Donnelly, Riseth, all in the middle. Henrik Larsson getting there as well. Squeezed in by Burley, took a deflection, and collected by Stevie Woods. It was tight at the byline to squeeze this in. Controlled by Coyle. The opposing figure of Mark Rieper in front of him. Here's Valakari. An arm used there by Paul Lambert, and he won't protest. McClair this time, not far away. It was McClair's effort. It curled and it dipped, and it was just a couple of feet wide of Jonathan Gould's left-hand post. Riseth and Mahe exchanging passes. The tackle was from Doesburg. Riseth to Burley, lining it up, charged down by Teale, well hit by Craig Burley. Donnelly to Lambert. Now Craig Burley, trying to get past Teale. Good challenge, good defending against the threat of Burley. Off Teale for the corner kick. He really stuck to Burley here. Taken short for Larsson, Henrik Larsson. Still has it! Blazing the shot over the crossbar. But that was tremendous play from the Swede, which set himself up with the chance. Donnelly's corner, taken short. And look at the footwork here as he fashioned the opening. Skills to admire here, first away from Steve McMillan, then twisting away from Ian Ross as well. McMillan's long ball headed away by Stubbs, and the boot of Valakari was too high. Celtic in a hurry to get play on again. Reset, that's an inviting ball for Brattbakk. Brattbakk scores! 29 minutes of the first half gone. That even brought Fergus McCann out of his seat. A lot of relief among the Celtic players and supporters, and no one will feel the relief more than Harold Brattbakk. It's only his second goal of the season, and how he needed that. Well set up. Jamie McGowan couldn't make the interception, and the shot across Woods, he got a touch but he couldn't keep it out. Here comes Mark Rieper. Simon Donnelly, good pace away from McMillan. The flick from Larsson. Donnelly again, and McMillan did well to get back. Here's Donnelly. Brattbakk. Ryan McClair got that away before Craig Burley's challenge, but the play being called back by Jim McCluskey. Late challenge from a Scotland midfielder on a former Scottish international. Good touch from McClair. Teale to McMillan. That's from McClair. Headed away by Stubbs. Boyd for Larsson. He's on the move, if he can get the ball under control. Simon Donnelly's alongside him. Closed down by Valakari. McGowan. Stirling. He's given it away to Boyd. Harold Brattbakk. It's Brattbakk again! And a goal-saving challenge inside the 6-yard line, which denies Harold Brattbakk his second goal. This was good play from Brattbakk, very quick, good control of the ball. And finally it was Mikael Doesburg who cut across him to slide the ball out for a corner kick. Harold Brattbakk so close to his second goal, but what a good challenge that was from Doesburg. Good play from Stubbs. Held up by Larsson until Stubbs got there. Marauding through Alan Stubbs. Didn't quite fall for him. Riseth, good play. Larsson, Brattback's header. Riseth, Brattbakk again! Saved by Woods. Another chance for Harold Brattbakk. He could have had a hat-trick in this first half. Well set up by Riseth. Back from Gould to Stubbs. Larsson's so difficult to knock off the ball, but he was dispossessed there by Jimmy McGowan. Valakari, McMillan, Stirling. McClair, Rieper got there before him. Now a counter-attack for Celtic. Donnelly for Brattbakk. Showed too much of the ball there to Jimmy McGowan, but he still has it, Brattbakk. This will surely be the last action of the first half. Well, Lambert thinking about a shot. That's number 2. Superbly struck by Lambert. Jonathan Gould joins the Appreciation Society. It's Paul Lambert's first goal of the season against his old team. Great contact here on the shot from Lambert. And it was struck to an area where Stevie Woods couldn't stop it. 2-0 and 2.5 minutes into stoppage time at the end of the half. There goes the half-time whistle, and Celtic with a 2-goal lead. The first one scored by Harold Brattbakk. How he must be relieved to have added his second goal of the season, and Paul Lambert, as you saw just a few seconds ago, has made it 2 for Celtic, and Craig Brown will have looked on with admiration as one of his Scotland players, Lambert, showed a lot of class there. This was the first Celtic chance of the match for Vidar Riseth. His flick just bounced beyond the far post. Then Harold Brattbak's goal on 29 minutes, a rasping left foot shot. I'm sure that was a sigh of relief from Brattbakk, who's been much maligned, but that shot was too much for Stevie Woods. Then Brattbakk could have added a second. Superb play from him inside the box. Oh, what a tackle that was from Doesburg. Then a header set up by Riseth, saved by Woods. And finally in the half, that blistering effort from Paul Lambert, which lets these Celtic supporters wallow in a half-time scoreline at Fir Park of Motherwell 0, Celtic 2. Celtic restart the match. I think they'd be the first to admit that they're still not totally convincing this season, but in the last 50 minutes or so of that first half, some improvement was there to be seen, and they've certainly got themselves into a winning position here. The Gould kick out aimed at Henrik Larsson, couldn't make much contact. The always thoughtful figure of Joe Venglos on the Celtic bench. Riseth gets it back from Lambert. Good run. Lots of pace and power, Riseth. Still has it. Lambert to Burley. Took his eye off the ball. Stirling knocks it ahead of Owen Coyle, but he's offside. Well, that might well have been a chance at the other end if Craig Burley had been able to bring the ball under control. Harold Brattbakk won the header. Doesburg was waiting for it. Larsson, Brattbakk again. He left it, although his pace might allow him to win it back. And a free kick is given against the Brattbakk challenge on Teale. And he seems to be getting to grips with the language okay. Trying to make up for his error here, and guilty of the foul on Teale as he tried to get it back. Steve McMillan's header, that's Tom Boyd. Good control from Matthaei. Holding off Larsson. Brian McClair. Owen Coyle. Still Coyle. And Brian McClair's effort over the top of the crossbar. A good attack that from Motherwell. Started by Matthaei. Brian McClair played a big part. The reverse pass for Coyle. There were too many Celtic shirts round about him here. Doesburg straight to Lambert. That came off Matthaei, and luckily for him and Motherwell, it was off his arm. Burley to Donnelly, quickly brought under control, put in front of Brattbakk, left for Larsson, bundled over by Matthaei, who concedes a free kick in a dangerous position. There was no real need for that challenge, and he's put his team in a difficult situation here as Steve Woods looks on. Here's Henrik Larsson. That's well saved by Woods. Good effort this from Larsson, which curled away, and good handling from Woods, because not only did he stop it, but he held it. Booming clearance by Gould, won by McGowan, headed back in by Lambert, and now Larsson, outside of the right foot, Still in play, Simon Donnelly has it. Steve McMillan is injured. Back in from Tom Boyd. There's Riseth winning the header. Now Donnelly. Now Burley. Delicate ball for Boyd. And Brattbakk. Immediately thrown out of play by Stevie Woods. Another chance for Brattbakk. Add to his opening goal. Good quality on this ball played in by Tom Boyd. He was stretching for it as well. The header saved by Woods. That was well read by Matthaei. He saw the pass coming. Gets the ball away to Brian McClair. That's for Ian Ross. Back onto his left foot. Now Valakari. Jared Stirling involved. McClair's flick. It came off Rieper. And hooked away by Burley. Brattbakk knocks it down for Donnelly. Harold Brattbakk is away. He's got great pace. That's for Henrik Larsson. What a miss by Larsson. You'd have put your mortgage on goal number 6 of the season for Henrik Larsson here. Superb Celtic move. Brattbakk hearing away. He always knew Larsson was available. The shot blazed over the top. One Henrik Larsson is the try from the Celtic support. The Motherwell fans see it differently. Simon Donnelly. Chested down by Larsson, and Craig Burley's shot is wide. Scratches his head. Can't believe that he didn't add to his 5 goals already this season. That was all sparked by the burst into the box from Donnelly. Expertly pulled down by Larsson. And Craig Burley, well, he should have scored there. One former Scotland player comes off, Brian McClair, and throws the captain's armband to Pat Nevin. Stirling involved in just about every dead ball situation. His corner kick headed away by Larsson. Battling for possession there were Valakari and Brattbakk. Free kick given in the Finns' favour for the challenge here. The push by Brattbakk. Free kick quickly taken from Stirling to Nevin. Did well to squeeze in the cross, and it falls at the edge of the area to Teale, and now McMillan tugged the shot wide. He's feeling that injured shoulder, but he did get good contact here after firstly it dropped for Teale. Blocked by Riseth, and then wide from McMillan. Lambert got his pass away to Riseth. It's clever play, back with Lambert again. Now Burley injecting some pace through the middle. That was aimed at Brattbakk, but Doesburg got his toe to it. Here's Ian Ross. Jared Stirling. Owen Coyle's in the middle. He's on the ground in the middle and claiming he was knocked over as the cross was played in. A delivery from Stirling, and Coyle was on the deck. Donnelly, one of these familiar darting runs. Outside McMillan, screws the ball back for Riseth, deflected wide. Still waiting for his first Celtic goal. He had a chance here, set up by the Donnelly cutback, but it came off Matthaei for the corner kick. Lost to Adams. Back from McMillan. Some of these Motherwell players looking a bit dispirited. They don't really see themselves as having much of a chance of salvaging anything from this match. Celtic have always looked pretty comfortable, and here's Harold Brattbakk. He's away from Jamie McGowan, although the defender did so well to get back and make that challenge. David Hanna trying to win it against Rob Matthaei. Now breaking downfield is Pat Nevin. Outside him, Simo Valakari. Up ahead, Coyle and Adams, and Ross. Nevin again. Couldn't get that past Rieper. Brattbakk leaves it for Donnelly. And Larsson. Brattbakk again. Here's Larsson. Trying to curl that one into the top corner. Not one of his better efforts. Looked as if he almost had too much time there to think about that, Henrik Larsson. There's a real chance on for Celtic to add to their 2 goals. Determined play from Derek Adams. Now Matthaei, good effort from Matthaei. And Jonathan Gould, who spent most of the afternoon standing watching, is suddenly called into action. I think it may have been flying wide, but Jonathan Gould could take no chances. Good play from McMillan to get away from Donnelly. Adams trying desperately to get there, but Alan Stubbs has it. That's for Brattbakk. McGowan makes the interception. Neat touch from Valakari. We've played 90 minutes into stoppage time, and a free kick there, given against Derek Adams for the push on Alan Stubbs. Coyle couldn't control it. Jimmy McGowan stretched out to get there before Henrik Larsson. Teale to McMillan. Fairly aimless ball aimed at the penalty area, and it's no great problem for Alan Stubbs to clear. This could be the last chance of the match. In from Henrik Larsson. It's Brattbakk. And now Hannah. Came off Sean Teale. Another chance goes a begging for Celtic. Sean Teale doing some good defending. And this could be the last attack from Motherwell. It's Nevin. That's for Doesburg. Owen Coyle missed the header. Back in from Ross. Here's Derek Adams. Adams scores his first Motherwell goal. Well, that's a moment of joy, I'm sure, for Adams. Although it matters not a lot as far as the match is concerned. Celtic defence got asleep here, no marking on Adams. And when the Ross cross reached him, he just chested it down and drilled it in. Two and a half minutes of stoppage time played, and a deceiving scoreline. Brattbakk chasing. That's full time, and a scoreline which bears little relation to the way this match went. Brattbakk scored one for Celtic, might well have had 3 or 4. 2-0 up at half-time, Celtic, and they'll be disappointed that they didn't add to their tally. As it was, Derek Adams pulled one back right at the death for Motherwell. But this was a match that Celtic might well have won by about 4 or 5 goals to nil. Such was their superiority, but the Celtic supporters can at least applaud a victory, and that's their first league win in 6 games. Final score at Fir Park: Motherwell 1, Celtic 2.
Joseph, how happy were you with that Celtic performance?
Yeah, I think I am very pleased with the performance point of view, and the same with teamwork. That players have been supporting each other, and they played with good pace, with good combinations, and they have been reading a game, I think, very well. But it was generally, I think, good game. Opposing teams, they tried to play well too, passing game and fair play. Yeah, it's important that that game is behind us, and now players, they have international duties, and we have 2 weeks, little bit time for preparation with all the players.
Harold, was that a sigh of relief I saw from you after you scored that first half goal?
Yes, I mean, it's been a long time since I scored last time, so it was a good feeling to see the ball go into the net, yes.
But you don't look like the sort of person who gets too bothered as long as the team is scoring goals.
No, I don't. I mean, the most important thing for us at the moment is winning, because we have been struggling a bit and the confidence hasn't been too high. So, I mean, as long as the team wins, that's I'm more than satisfied then.
Is your confidence affected though if the chances aren't being put away?
Yes, of course it is. I mean, you're trying to play well all the time, and if you play well and don't put away the chances you get, it could be a bit frustrating. But I mean, the last couple of weeks I think we've been improving the game, and that shows in the results as well.
One's maybe enough for you when you haven't scored for a long time, but you might have had more here.
Yes, we had a couple of good chances today. I mean, we created so many chances that we might have got both 3 and 4 goals. But as I said, today we're more than satisfied with 3 points and the victory.
I think the Celtic certainly created a lot of chances, although we felt it performed exceedingly well up to we lost the goal. And that was really the big problem for us. We're really pleased about the application and the belief for everyone to try and play and win the game today. As you say, losing that goal and then a real killer blow just before half-time.
The Celtic players have been talking about Motherwell's approach to the game. They were pretty impressed that you wanted to win this. You weren't wanting to cut down their opportunities.
I think that at home, really, no matter who we're going to play, we have to go out looking as if we want to win the game. I think it's the only way that we're going to be successful. I think we were pleased with the way that we started anyway. We've set a certain standard in that case. If we can continue to apply and play and believe that we can play against other teams, then we'll get our rewards eventually.
Is that as good as you've played this season?
I think so. Throughout the game it was more like us, but it's a slow progress. Hopefully we can keep going, building on it now, and if we can keep playing the way we did, then I don't think we're too far away.